How many know that when you have a purpose and a calling on your life, there's nothing that nobody, and nothing can happen? I am Angela C. Wright.
Over the top, the gotcha.
He said your numbers has shrunk. He said, I don't know how, why.
You're not gonna get like, you're gonna have mounds of security for me because you're not gonna get me.
If I wasn't depressed and going through what I was going through, I probably would have never started.
And this episode was brought to you by the Ayers Agency, a full-service marketing firm noted in entertainment and culture. Okay. Hey, y'all. Welcome to another great episode of Break Free. I am your host, Free, and today, not only do we inspire, but we're going to educate. I have with me Dr. Duvwon. How are you today?
I am well, Shay. Thank y'all for having me.
No, thank you for coming through. Now, I'm telling y'all, when you look at him, not that you don't think he's a doctor, but what's about to blow your mind is, my man is into politics. So tell me, what made you take that road to politics? Like, what prompted you to take that road to politics?
Being born and raised in Bowen Homes, Bowen Homes was the biggest voting base in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
So my friend's mother was the president of Bowen Homes, and all the politicians used to come out there to get her to pay the kids to hold the signs up. So kids, we holding the signs up. We don't really know what we're doing or what's going on. They just giving us $10, $20 to hold up the sign.
And you doing it to run to the candy store,
it,
yeah.
Right? So A.D. Williams was the voting location. So not only did everybody in Bowen Homes vote there, but everybody lived around the Bankhead perimeter had to go vote there. So one day I remember talking to Hosea Williams. So first of all, there was a bombing at the daycare center in 1981. This was during the Atlanta children murders.
Okay. So
a lot of people was like, no, that wasn't a boiler, that was a bomb. So this was during the time that they were snatching up kids and killing black kids in Atlanta.
Right.
Maynard Jackson came out there and everybody else. So I was in the daycare center, right? 3 people died. 5 of us alive today, like, you know what I'm saying? We're all the same age. But one of the kids that died lived across the yard from my grandmother. Mm-hmm. So I didn't really understand death at that age. I'm only 4, right?
Yeah. And
so I remember them saying when I got a little older that, you know what I'm saying, they only offered them $2,000 for that death. Like,
what?
Yeah, $2,000. And one family, and I can get her on one day if y'all ever want her, she worked for the city right now. Her mother held out. And they got $1 million like 3-4 years later. Hell, they moved out of Bowen Home. They, you know what I'm saying, went to the
got out the projects.
You know what I'm saying, moved out. And so as I got about 12, because I was 12 in 9th grade because I was skipped twice. Mm-hmm. So they came back out there and we were holding up signs. I never forget, Hosea Williams was like, Andy Young, his best friend. He said, but we're going to protest him the next day. He said, want to know why? He said, because a black man asked me for some money and said he was hungry. This how he even started Hosea feeding the hunger. He wasn't even into that. You got to think they just coming out of civil rights and all that.
Yeah.
He said a black man came up to him and said, hey, man, I'm hungry, I ain't got no money. He said, how you ain't got no money, man? We got all, you know what I'm saying, we got a black mayor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, majority black city council, what you mean?
Yeah.
He said, no, I'm going to fix this. He said, he told Andy, I'll be at the celebration tonight, but we'll be at City Hall Monday morning, you know what I'm saying, with chains on. And if you arrest me, it's okay, brother, but we can't have black folks in Atlanta tonight. They hungry, ain't got nowhere to stay.
Wow.
And so I realized then that for our people breakthrough, it have to be through politics. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't understand it. And then a lot of the guys, you got to think, my grandfather ran numbers. You know what I'm saying? My family were hustlers. So I knew all the older guys, and they used to all talk about, like, there was a guy named Wesley Merritt, right? Y'all look him up when you get a chance. Wesley Merritt owned all of downtown. Where you
black
see,
man?
Oh yeah, where you see on Walters is a sports profile, pay less a black man on that. Wesley Merritt, drug dealer. Mr. Walters, we were kids, we didn't know he was Jewish, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mr. Walters them got together, told the FBI that Wesley Merritt was selling drugs. Y'all look into him. They looked into him, started investigating him. They took all the property. But Mr. Walters had the people thinking that if we sign this petition, we get in, we can get the property. Because, when they seize it, they go to them. Mr. Walters backdoored everybody. He bought up everything and made you rent from him.
Man.
So Mike Cato, with the son of Blue Flame, and Wesley Merritt was like the only 2 guys that was in the politics real heavy.
Wait a minute. I'm back. Go back. So wait a minute. He went and told the FBI to investigate somebody they wasn't even thinking about just to get him out the way.
Because he wasn't rent to him. You got to think he wasn't rent to him. So they found out he was a drug dealer, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they started, you know what I'm saying, got the FBI on him, got him investigated, you know what I'm saying? And took all this stuff. He owned it. He owned the whole downtown. He was in the real estate back in the day. He owned all of it. And Mike Cato, back where the Blue Flame, I was a kid, that was a 7-Eleven.
Mm-hmm.
So Mike Cato's dad, that used to be the guy that used to, it's so ironic, you know what I'm saying, we're going to get into it later about the tax commissioner. Mike Cato's dad would pay all the black folks, you know what I'm saying, couldn't afford their rent and the property tax. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he would pay that for black people.
And Mike Cato owned the...
That's his daddy. The daddy did that, but the son and the sister run Blue Flame now. But the daddy was in the real estate. The Cato family was in the real estate. Yeah, they still live in the Coy Heights community. They bought, hey man, they were helping black folk down payment to get a house. They were doing all that.
Yeah.
Wesley Merritt, were doing all that. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think now, who else would you going to get money from, you know what I'm saying, besides the number runners and the guys that were making the money? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So it goes back, even the Muhammad Ali fight. People don't understand that he fought in Atlanta to get his license back. But the drug dealer, the number runner, and the Muslim who put that fight together.
I never knew that.
Right,
so y'all see I'm learning today too. I never knew that.
What's the black guy name who managed Drake and all them who ought to be talking about the black boxing guy, the big guy.
Don King?
No, he big time guy. Floyd Mayweather and all them. Not Bob Aaron, it's the black guy. It's the black guy they be talking about.
I don't know.
No, not Clarence Avant wasn't in the box. He was just a deal maker, a fixer. This black guy is actually boxing promoter. He the biggest guy that everybody's using. He the big guy, the big time black guy.
Mm-hmm.
No, not him. He's mad. This guy that everybody be talking about, oh, I want his type of money.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, he used to be putting on fights at the Omni and all that.
Yeah.
But he was funded by guys from Atlanta.
Wow. So you seeing all these positive black men there, you know, in Bowen Homes, in the inner city as a little kid, being in the daycare, when the bombing happened and all that. How did you not get on the other side, though, of Bowen Homes, of the drug dealer? Oh, you tried?
I tried to. My mom, one of them moms used to come in the trap and mush me. Get out there trap. You ain't no goddamn follower. You a leader.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't selling dope for nobody. Like, what you look like selling dope? And I'm saying that's our family was into that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what you... So my mom was forced to break the streets down to me at 8 years old, right? Because you got to think so if I was 12 in 9th grade, I was like in the...
Because they said you've always been really smart.
8. So my mom had to break it down because she knew I wanted them streets. She said, Duvwon, if a guy getting you a bond for $500 and you get caught, first of all, your bond gonna be more than $500. Mm-hmm. Gotta pay you a lawyer to get out. Mm-hmm. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it to him. You know what I'm saying? To be trying to get you out and get a lawyer for $500. Why do you want to do that? You know what I'm saying? But I was that's grown and fast. That's not
wanting to do what you see.
Because at the time when crack hit, it hadn't killed the community yet. Yeah. So you didn't see the after effect. Then I got my uncles who, you know what I'm saying, 2 uncles that was a pimp. They had got on dope. So they talking about this lady named Mophead who, you know what I'm saying, no, dude, I'm being managed. Yeah. I want a dope to go see what it feel like with Mophead. That's being managed for real though. So I ain't trying to sell the dope like a dope boy. Yeah. I want to sell the dope to have sex with the beautiful women that's on the dope. You know what I'm saying? So that was me being young and managed though. I didn't that me being young and managed. Yeah. No dope boy from Atlanta, if you over 45 years old, cannot say they ever slept with a smoker. He lying if he say he ain't. Yeah. And that's lying. Yeah. Because that when dope first hit and the pretty fine women was smoking crack. Yeah. They weren't strung out then. Yeah. But everybody wanted that. I'm just saying. Yeah. Everybody did it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody did it. So I was just being managed, man. Yeah. And my mom they always stressed education. They didn't let me go to A.D. Williams. Mm-hmm. She went and got an apartment in Kings Ridge on Camden Road so I can go to Bunch Middle School. Right. So she sent me to Bunch. So I'm hooking up with these guys from Kimberly Cornell Wells. I'm stealing my mama dope. I'm wholesaling to these guys in the bathroom. And you know what I'm saying? It's give me $40, $50. Yeah. That was a lot when you 8, 9 years old. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, and I didn't have to do that though. Yeah. But I'm just doing it. Then when I got older, my grandmother caught cancer and died. And I watched her die. And she was on the anesthesia. I didn't understand it. And she didn't know who I was when she first came to. And so she was like, well, who is you? You know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying, you gotta think, when I went from Grady, I went straight to Bowen Home. I slept in the bed with this lady every day. So for her to say, who is you? Yeah. I was like, man, is she playing? You know what I'm saying? Doctor was like, nah, her anesthesia haven't worn off. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what is anesthesia? You know what I'm saying? They explained it to me. And then I didn't still understand it. And then when she came home, she started having talks with me like, man,
Bob, get some tissue, please.
sometimes I be okay talking about this later, sometimes I don't.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Here you go. It's okay. Hey, you human. Yeah. That was a matriarch of your family.
Oh, man. That's crazy. So she came in the room, and that's like, promise me you won't choose these streets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She was like, Duvwon, you too smart for that. So this was the lady that used to make me come in the house every day. When I turned by 6, used to make me watch Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy every day. Used to read the Bible and pretend she couldn't read so I can just read the Bible verses over and over. Mm-hmm. But I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? She just playing like, man, read it to me again. You know what I'm saying? Had to solve these puzzles so quick on Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. I didn't know what she was doing.
Yeah.
And she used to always just tell me like, hey, man, you different. Like, God got you here for a reason. And, but they raised me in like a hypocritical way. So on one hand, you know what I'm saying, she making me come in the house for the street, like I had to cut my own switch of discipline, all that. But my grandmother was a heavy-set woman who drank beer. So when she go upstairs, she ain't come back downstairs. Mm-hmm. So when people knock at that door and want that weed in aluminum foil, I had to take it to them. You know what I'm saying? She had to say, hey, look, so my grandmother never accept anything over 20. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So she said, hey, listen, you got a $20 bill. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? 2 10s. You know what I'm saying? A 5 and a 10 and 5 1. She broke it down.
Yeah, so
you know.
What I'm saying?
Here's what you're going to accept, this and the third. But you don't want me doing this, but you're telling me.
Yeah.
You know? So it was very like, like my mom would go to the store and she realized she ain't got no more baking soda. Hey, I need you to stir this pot because this stuff gonna stick. I'll be right back. I'm gonna turn it down. You know what I'm saying? Keep stirring it like you doing that. Like now we talk, I'd be like, Mom, what if them fumes would have got in me and I would have been like, yeah. Like, I didn't think about that, baby. You know what I'm saying? So it was just, you know, man. So that's why I said that's a miracle with God. But that's going back, man. She knew she was dying. So she was just like, man, don't choose these streets, man. You know what I'm saying? Always take care of your mother. And that's, you know what I'm saying? No, so she was just like, education is the gateway, you know what I'm saying, to success. Because you got to understand, they were born in 1914. Mm-hmm. So they remember a time that you would get beat or killed for trying to read and write. Right. So she stressed that on me, you know what I'm saying? She used to tell me, though, you're not better than your friends in Bowen Homes. Well, we want better for you. We can afford to go to private school. We're going to send you there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So my uncles, you got to think, they grew up in the project. You know what I'm saying? So they knew that when you go to school with your friends, you play and you don't get no work done. You know what I'm saying? People get kept back, you know? So they knew all of that. So I'm saying, but they always was like, hey, you're no better than none of your friends. We just can afford certain things. So, like, I never had a bicycle growing up, a big wheel. Like, I had a scooter, a Honda scooter at 6 years old. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? In Bowen Homes. but my mama then was just like, hey, you got to let your friends ride, but don't let them ride to the point where they tear it up. Right. Because we know their family can't pay for it, but you got to let them enjoy it. You just can't be riding all day. Yeah, you got to pull your friends and all that. Mm-hmm. So my family, because they grew up in the project, they wasn't, then you got to think, they grew up in Buttermilk Bottom, what now we call, like, the downtown area, the Fourth Ward and all that, but back where you see like the Georgia Power Building and the Civic Center, that was called Buttermilk Bottom. Mm-hmm. So Bowen Homes is 2 families over there. Buttermilk Bottom and what Lucha them from over there? Summerhill. Mm-hmm. So Bowen Homes is the families from Buttermilk Bottom or Summerhill. Yeah. But they lied to them and told them that when they move them out from down there that they was gonna be okay. Regentrificate, they was. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's how they built the Civic Center in Georgia Power. But they didn't take care of our grandparents, you know what I'm saying? They didn't take care of them. And then your grandparents and them didn't know because they just believe in what they said. Same way Walton tricked everybody out of the property. And they're doing the same thing with rebuilding Bowen Homes. Use me to get the $40 million grant because when you put a person out of the projects, you gotta have at least 50% of the people say they wanna come back because we didn't ask y'all to tear down and displace us. So they had no way of getting in contact with the people because they closed down Bowen Homes in 2009. So they had no way of getting in contact with the people. So me and Goose threw a Bowen Home Day in 2021. And our HUD asked me, can they come? Say, hey, we need to gather some signatures because we got to get emails and phone numbers and names so we can ask the people, do they want to come back? They couldn't even apply for the grant unless you got proof that the people said they wouldn't. You got to have at least 50% of people say they want to come back.
Right.
So when they got the grant, they used me, put me on the economic board to get all of a sudden to get the grant. So now they be trying to ease me out. But because we got the streets and the media, they can't just ease me out.
And they know you ain't going down without a fight.
All I'm saying is, hey, I might not want to go over there, but what about her and him that can't afford no else in the city? They need to be able to come back if they ain't got no felony record. And even if they do have a felony record, let's look at the nature of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If they nothing egregious, let them move back, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, let them do that, man.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, public housing was created, you know what I'm saying, for white women whose husband was out fighting war and working that couldn't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, couldn't afford housing on it without their husband being away, yeah.
But the husband still could have sent the check back now.
Yeah, he could.
But y'all created for white women. Clark Howard, which is down there by Georgia Tech, is the first project in the world. It's the first project in the United States. You know what I'm saying? Which later became Techwood. But it was called Clark Howard. First, but when white folks took white flight, when Maynard became mayor, this is why I love politics. When Maynard became mayor, white folks left Atlanta and took white flight. You got to think. Sandy Spring and Roswell and Alpharetta wasn't that. That was all Atlanta.
Yeah.
But when they took flight and said, oh, we're going to form our own, we're going to break away from Atlanta. They still got Atlanta services out there right to this day when it comes to like trash and water. Because the line's still, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, the line's still there.
Hey,
yeah.
But they went off and made their own city. Like Buckhead tried to do.
Yeah.
They get mad with black folk go try to get their own city.
Yeah.
And so just over the years, I just learned politics like, hey, man, if we get our own in there, and we can control some stuff, man.
And I want you to dispel that myth behind voting and everything, how, you know, I guess I could say, you know, not talking about our people, but we're not as educated when it comes to voting and our voting power. And just our power, period. Even in the fashion industry, everything, we have power. We are the culture. We do make the world spin. Without our dollar, a lot of businesses would not be in place. But dispel that myth about voting.
We definitely, first of all, being from the streets, I always understand both sides of it. I get what people say, hey, man, they're not happy. And then, which is true.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You vote for people to get in there, they don't do what they say they're going to do, so it kind of discourages you from voting. However, we still got to keep voting because it does change this. With the recent situation with Hollywood sticking together, the writers and everything, hey, we're not getting fair. With Taraji speaking out, she didn't care if it was Oprah or not. Hey, man, ain't no food in this trailer. Hey, man, ain't no good. Hey, man, we need to be treated. Making us
get a rent-a-car.
We need to be treated better than this. Hey, this is a black sister who's a billionaire. We've been treated like this. I'm just glad everybody stuck with her and said, hey, yeah, man, we need these things.
Yeah.
That's voting. That's you saying, hey, man, everybody stand up and say, hey, this, man. So when it comes to voting on election day, man, we just got, the problem is, it ain't that voting don't matter. We're not educated on the candidate or the topics to say, hey, listen, I'll help you get in there. Hey, man, here's what we want as a community. Here's what we want. You know what I'm saying? We want somebody that's going to be able to, you call, hey, man, hey, let's put it together. Hey, man, put the community meeting together. Hey, let's go. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you over our grants and everything, I'm in affordable housing, you born and raised here and you in office, how dare you not take care of your people?
Right.
And if they don't do it, then you need to vote them out. You know what I'm saying? But the power is in it. And if the power wasn't in the vote, then why they keep having to say, oh, it's about to expire, they're going to take the voting away. You know what I'm saying? If ain't no power, then hey.
What does it matter if you was to take it away?
It's showing us how powerful the vote is, right? They took Donald Trump off one ballot. I forget the city. I don't want to miss, I don't know if it was Iowa or somewhere. The people still voted for him. He beat everybody else, and the Republicans dropped out and said, hey, man, we're going to join with Trump.
Yeah.
He still beat him out because the people said, oh, no, we still vote for him. The voters outrage, you know what I'm saying? The voter outright whatever else you're trying to do.
Yeah.
It does matter. It matters. It matters.
Yeah.
And I just hate that. Because, see, you got to think, we were voting Republican as black folks. Martin Luther King cut the deal with JFK, you know what I'm saying, for him to get the you know what I'm saying, the black votes. But in order for him to get the black votes, we had to switch over to Democrat because JFK was running for Democrat.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we switched from Republican to Democrat. If people understood politics, we are more Republican and conservative. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want to say, hey, man, government, give us free housing and a welfare check forever.
Right.
That's what they were doing for white folks who was on Democrats. You know what I'm saying? You got to think the KKK was Democrats. They believe it, you know what I'm saying, getting a handout and just being lazy, don't get no help. We as black folk, we too creative.
Yeah.
We too smart. We too ingenious to do that. No, man, we need to be, hey, give us the money, give us the fair shot. Let us put everybody else on. Hey, man, let us build this stuff. Let us do that.
Yeah.
If we the ones who built, you know what I'm saying, America up, right? We the ones that got all the black, you know what I'm saying, we in black history.
Yeah.
We the one got all the inventions. You can't name nothing, and I'm for inclusion of white and all that.
Yeah.
But name me 5 monumental things that the white or Jewish created. They did it. It's all us. So we are the creators. We are everything. We are everything.
Yeah.
Give us the money. Know what I'm saying? No, stop putting the hurdles in the way and watch us work.
Yeah.
You kill us. You kill us when you just say, hey, man, we're going to give you free public housing. You know what I'm saying? We're going to give you a martyr card. You know what I'm saying? Monthly martyr card. You kill us when you give us all these free handouts, man.
Take our legs from up under.
Now, yeah, we might need some child care. You know what I'm saying? Because daycare is high.
Yeah.
But if you gave the black child care owners certain grants and certain stuff, they might not even have to charge them fees to their own people, though. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's
but
a way.
because I don't have this stuff afforded to me, then yeah, I got to charge the high price what everybody else charging, though.
How can you, where will you say you got your heart from? Because it takes heart to stand up in those meetings. It takes heart to go against big wigs and not worry about being blackballed. It takes heart to do it. It takes heart to speak out. It takes heart to be a Marty. So where would you say you got your heart from? Do you feel like it was your foundation in Bowen Homes, or was it from your mom, your grandma, your uncles?
It's in the blood. I'm going to say this for my brother here that's go, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all go, I don't know if I can say his name, but you know what I'm saying? He would like this right here.
Your brother? Bob?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can say his name. Yeah.
Bob gonna like this answer right here. So it encompasses all of that, right? Because back when we was growing up, you got pushed outside to fight. You know what I'm saying? If me and this boy fight, my uncle them say, hey, boy, you better fight him till you beat his ass. You ain't running this house, you know what I'm saying? You going back out there every day, right?
Yeah.
Me getting the whoopings every day, my mama them not spoiling me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Had a bunch of cousins always punch me in my chest if I want to act like a little chump.
Yeah.
Hell no, you ain't doing that. But so there was like 3 paintings in my grandmother's house. There was a black Jesus, Martin Luther King, and another black man. I didn't know as a kid. But he would always come down here, but I didn't know till I got older. So my grandfather's name is Willie Robinson. My grandmother's name is Ruby Weems. Ruby Weems Robinson because she married my grandfather, Willie Robinson. My grandfather is the older brother of Ray Charles Robinson.
Oh, okay.
But the world only knew him as Ray Charles. I knew him as a kid as Ray Charles. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know he was Ray Charles Robinson until later on, way before the movie.
Yeah.
So we even had a movie deal on the table before he died that was supposed to be a spinoff as to why. Because in the movie, if you see, he always come to Atlanta. Like, he tell the record label, Ray, we ain't got no more money for you. Oh, I got family in Atlanta. I'm going to Atlanta. I got family.
Yeah.
Always in Atlanta.
Yeah.
James Brown would always come from Augusta to Atlanta because they was hanging around with the number running. My granddad and all. My granddad done protected him. So when Ray got caught up with all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, even when he moved to, you know what I'm saying, to Seattle, I got an older uncle now. Willie Robinson, Jr. Got hooked on heroin with Ray and all them. He's still on drugs to this day in Seattle. He tells me all the time, hey, nephew, I need to get off this stuff, man. Still up there because if you look at the story, Ray left, you know what I'm saying, Atlanta, went to Seattle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, which how he met Quincy Jones. But my uncle was running with them as a pimp, you know what I'm saying, got strung out, you know what I'm saying, on drugs to this day. But my uncle signed the rights over to me where I can tell a Ray Charles story from my grandfather's eyes. Because my grandfather, you got to think, when Ray went blind early, who you think had to pay for that? They didn't have no money to pay for that. Like my grandfather, you know what I'm saying, would send money down to pay for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Got him up there. So we came to Atlanta, always protected him. You know what I'm saying? Had the girls in the booths and stuff on here in Atlanta. I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? I was hanging around for him. So Atlanta was his safe haven because he knew he had family here that didn't need no money from him. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just look at the boldness, even when him coming here to speak up for the injustice, George on my mind. Like, he was talking about his family here in Atlanta. Like, he couldn't showcase certain things in the movie because it was illegal activity going on here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? He was on drugs. So he couldn't showcase, hey, I'm hanging out with drug dealers.
Yeah.
But Atlanta, it ain't no reason why you see all these people in the movies been talking about Atlanta. 23 of the 29 black millionaires in Atlanta were all here. I mean, not in Atlanta, that was, no, I'm saying, no, it was in America.
Was here in Atlanta.
All lived on Auburn Avenue in King Grant's Collier Heights. You know, Auburn Avenue had the only black hotel in the United States. Yeah, the Auburn Avenue Hotel, the only black hotel in America, right?
Yeah.
So when everybody came and they stayed there. This is why politics intertwine so much. When Martin Luther King was trying to prove a point that we can go to let's say the Ritz-Carlton.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a right to be able to go there without getting beat or, you know what I'm saying, killed. But when you do that, you know what I'm saying, when you take Shay or Bob to the Ritz-Carlton, they're going to be like, shit, man, this shit look good. They always know how to conquer and divide us. You know what I'm saying, Martin, y'all need a meeting here, man. You know what I'm saying, we'll feed y'all, you know what I'm saying, you can have all your meeting here. He trying to prove a point like, okay, cool. But when you do that, Bob, who owned the Auburn Avenue Hotel, losing business.
Yeah, taking
black
money
folk
out.
losing money.
Yeah.
Because you taking the folk to the white folk restaurant where we ain't got to be eating their cooking anyway.
Yeah.
They been paying us to cook for them for years.
Yeah.
Why are we going? I understood it, but we should have went with the money. But Martin realized it later. He said, I've entered my people into a burning building. We left with the money, we didn't come back. The goal is always economics.
Yeah. This
is why they allowed Martin to go to the civil rights part. Because when they tore down Tulsa, Oklahoma, which is Black Wall Street, when they tore that down, when you talk about the money circulating staying in there, you know what I'm saying, they said $1 didn't leave there for 2 years. It took 2 years for $1 to leave that community. They knew Martin Luther King had the following and the charisma to make Atlanta the Black
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Yeah.
Atlanta was supposed to be the Black Wall Street. Auburn Avenue had everything. Black owned, and there's still a lot of black owned. They had black owned everything. Law office, dinner office, funeral homes, all that. They had all of that.
Yeah.
But you had a people that was in the movement, that was some traders, you know what I'm saying, that went against it, wanted him to fight this instead of that. When he woke up and realized it,
it was too late.
It was too late. But he said, I've entered my people into a burning building, man. It's always about economics. We went over there with the money, but we didn't come back with the money. I done lost the money. I done went over there and spent money with you, and I ain't got it no more.
Yeah.
Now Bob finna go out of business. All that is political.
Yeah, it is.
They had it on the books here in Atlanta. This is why I go so hard for Atlanta, right? I be so mad about people in Atlanta. Over there in the West End on Whitehall Street, those were the only grocery store blacks had to go to. They were only allowed you to spend $20 a day at the grocery store if you was black. If you got 5 kids, you can only spend $20. Thank God that we had some good-hearted white folk that say, nah, man, how many kids you got? Give me that money. What you want, I'll go in there and buy it. You could only spend $20 in Atlanta, man. Only spend $20 in Atlanta. And it's still on the books. They can't reinforce it, not that part, but black cops couldn't even arrest white folks in Atlanta. You couldn't even be a cop in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, until 1968. But you couldn't even arrest white cops. So when they were doing all this black child murder, black cops couldn't even question them white cops who they thought had something to do with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They couldn't get away with that now, talking about, oh, you can't arrest no white person. But they never changed that law on the books in Atlanta. Never changed that law that a black cop can arrest white folk. That's why white folk can, you know what I'm saying, be spitting on police and talking to them crazy. Man, don't let him to them. I'm not saying white kids should be shot in the streets, but why only black kids get shot in the street? Not even if you black Muslim, you don't get shot in the street, because they know the Muslim community ain't playing the radio.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Jewish kid, Indian kid, white kid don't get shot in the street. Only black kids, man. Only poor black kids get shot in the street. Because them weak pastors we got, not all of them, but the weak pastors and the weak leaders will let something happen to the Muslim community. They're not going out there asking Andre or the pastor nothing. They out there on the street by any means necessary. Bring that cop out here right now.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't play that. They don't play that.
Yeah, they don't. We got an election coming up. We got this election coming up next month, and you are running for the tax commissioner.
Yes. Next month will be early voting start next month, mid-May. The election is the last Tuesday in May. So everybody that live in Fulton County. So I get so many people say, oh, man, I can't vote for you. I live in College Park. That's part of the education, man. College Park is Fulton County.
Yeah.
College Park is the city. Fulton is your county.
Yeah.
If you live from Palmetto all the way up to Johns Creek and Milton, you can vote for this election for the Fulton County Tax Commissioner. So if you live in South Fulton, Fairburn, Georgia, Union City, College Park, East Point, Alpharetta, Roswell, Sandy Springs, Atlanta. All of that is the county of Fulton.
So they have to be registered already, right?
Yes, they have to be registered. We're going to do a registration the beginning of the month for those who are not registered. And for you guys who lived in Atlanta once upon a time, but your address changed because you moved and you got family living in Fulton County, legally you can change your address back. So let's change our address back and let's go out here and vote and let's win this election.
Yeah, have you started going to the churches yet?
No, I haven't started going to church yet, you know what I'm saying? So I would love your help to get up. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know some folks at Enid, I still love to say, hey, can we get him over here just to speak? Even if they don't let me speak, at least announce that we got a new candidate. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying this guy had never been challenged. He's been in the seat since 1997.
97. He's 75 years old.
75 years old. He's from Haiti. He's not even from, so he don't care nothing about Miss Jones, you know what I'm saying, who may be a year or two behind on her taxes. There's a humane way of doing this. You don't take Miss Jones' house and put Miss Jones out. So when you ask yourself, why all of a sudden they got all these beautiful senior high-rises they done slapped up?
Yeah.
It's because they taking a lot of old folks home, putting them in there, because it'll be a problem. If you taking old folks home and they become homeless, they're going to be like, hey, man, what's going on?
Yeah.
But if you go take Miss Jones' house.
That she done had for years.
And then you say, hey, Miss Jones, we're going to make sure we put you in this new high-rise that we building, that we friends with this developer finna build this senior high-rise. Let's ask yourself that. You don't, like, you know what I'm saying, kids are born every day, you know what I'm saying, but seniors are seniors.
Yeah.
So why you building all these senior high-rise? We don't even ask ourselves that. Why all these seniors pretty buildings getting going up? You know what I'm saying? Because they're taking a lot of, 89% of what they're doing affecting African-American. 78% are affecting senior citizens.
Right.
And at that point, it become criminal.
Yeah. You know Dr. Gregory Powell. You know he'll let you come over there. He'll let you come over to Enid and say something. Yeah, he'll definitely let you come over and say something. And
I would love to, because that church is a prominent church. You know what I'm saying? Have a lot of politicians go to that church.
Yes.
A lot of people that vote go to that church. A lot of people that's, you know what I'm saying, from Atlanta or Fulton. And that church
and
sits.
you know he's the chief chaplain of Fulton County. He's the chief chaplain.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the chief chaplain. Yeah. So and he is into, you know, he don't get up to tell his congregation what to do.
And that's
but
all
he gives his opinion on what he feels is right. And
let me just speak about the importance of the seat. You ain't gotta let me campaign. I ain't trying to campaign. Let me talk about the importance of the seat, because older guys don't want to leave these seats, and the women too. Let's think about this now. We got two guys running for president in their 80s.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I think that's what I said too. I was just telling my father also that I think those Supreme Court positions and all, this should not be lifelong positions.
Everybody in Congress are old. Mitch McConnell, these guys are 87 years old.
He can't even stand up to the podium sometimes.
Come on, man. Like, there has to be some type of term limit. You can't stay there forever.
Yeah.
John Lewis died in his seat, did not have a predecessor. That can't be, man. That can't be, man.
We have to
like,
change.
In my youth, I'm 46. I'm still riding bicycle, general exercise. This man 75, he can't do that. I'm just saying, at every turn, you know what I'm saying, for the time going to get you. Everything in life is a young man's sport. I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
Everything in life is a young man's sport.
And it's a contact sport. Politics, that's your line. I got that from you. It's a contact sport.
But everything is a young man's sport, though. But we need the elders for the wisdom.
Right.
Like, your pastor won't be able to get up there and preach till he's 70 or 80. He may still be in his right mind, but he won't have the energy. He got to have somebody in line to train. But if I don't feel like this person is ready to carry it, then if God have called me to do it, I'm going to stay put until we find somebody now. I understand that. But everything is a young man's game. But you got to have the wisdom of the elders. But we got to be confident and secure to pass the torch on, because if I respect you and you put me on, you forever taken care of. So what are you fearing?
Yeah. So tell them why you're the person for the seat. Tell them why Dr. Duvwon, aka Moody, is the person for the street.
Man, not only I'm born and raised here, right? So I've been fighting this fight since 2002. So I came from college. I've been on the ground fighting this fight. I don't get paid to fight this fight.
Right.
Anybody come to me for any issue, I don't care what side of town it's from. You know what I'm saying? Like, the 4th season, I've been speaking up for them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Put them out, gave them a voucher, but they ain't got nowhere to use the voucher. So these people in Atlanta and in Fulton County know that you can count on me, right? I don't have to go in there and see trying to get no girls or trying to get no money. That's part of the problem. We're electing a bunch of men who have never been cool in their life. I'm not saying what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, that matters though.
Yeah.
Never been ladies' men in their life. So the problem is, this is why guys be getting caught up with women and get caught up with money. You ain't never been over people, meaning supervising people, managing people. That matters. So these people get in these positions, never made that much money, not used to women. So you don't think if you become a president, a mayor, and governor, ain't no sex coming, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody waiting for you to have sex with you? You crazy, man, if you don't think that. I'm just saying, we don't think that. So you have to be battle tested with all those things. You know what I'm saying? Not saying even if you are battle tested, you won't fall victim, but not in the way of that.
Yeah.
Like you're not finna have me on, you know what I'm saying, on record.
TMZ.
Hey, you're not finna have me on that.
Yeah.
Like you may have me on some conversation talking freaky. Hey, I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? No, you know what I'm saying? But not if I'm married, though. You're not gonna catch me on that, though.
Yeah.
But if I'm single, yeah, you might catch me with some dirty talk.
Yeah.
But not no dirty action.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm just saying, though, so I'm just saying that to say that these guys want to be elected for the wrong reason. It's never the intention to take care of the people.
Right.
We be electing people that's from Atlanta. They ain't from the streets, but they from Atlanta. You supposed to know how to take care of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So when you get in there, you already know what button to push, the green light to make it happen.
Yeah.
Like I supposed to already know, you know what I'm saying, that Bob is in this space. You know what I'm saying? I supposed to already know that, hey, man, I need to be reaching out. Hey, man, Bob need to be the spokesman for the streets that are in the art space and all of that, right? So Bob need to be bringing the people to the table and let's get it going.
Yeah.
I need to know all this stuff. We should have had a sit down with YSL and all them before we got to this point. Hey, man, all these young guys, can we get them a job? Can we get the labels connected with Atlanta public school system? They got a $2 billion budget. They got $200 million over here for music and interaction and all that.
Yeah.
Let's get you in these labels tied into the school system.
With some type of internship
Well,
or something.
we mean the kid, because guess what? Somebody like a Bob or somebody else can say, look, man, all y'all want to be a rapper. So here's the danger of Atlanta when it comes to that, right? If I'm a young kid from the streets, it's easy for me to see Gunna, Young Thug, or Lil Baby, or Gucci Man as a role model, only for the simple fact, all of them dropped out, on Future and all of them, all of them dropped out, they were doing stuff in the streets, and they became, you know what I'm saying, rich, famous, successful, right? It's easy to see that in Atlanta. Nowhere else you can see that. Lil Baby dropped out 10th grade. It's easy for me to think I can do that without understanding. He went to a ready-made label that had platinum artists on there. He didn't have to go to the chitlin circuit and be begging people. He went and
do that. Yeah.
it was already ready-made for him. Gucci them stamping him. It was ready-made for him. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the plight is different, but I get why they can see themselves in that. But you got to have people that people respect from the street say, hey, look, bro, you might not be a successful rapper, but if you pay attention, I can make you a successful engineer.
Right.
If you got some skills, man, why don't you write? Because Lil Baby can't be Lil Baby without the engineering, the writers, and all the producers. Nobody can't be a successful rapper without none of that.
Yeah.
So how about, man, we teach you how to produce. Man, we teach you how to write. Man, we teach you how to style.
Give them skills.
And we teach you the marketing, because the artists need all of this.
All of that.
Let's teach you the, you know what I'm saying, the behind the scenes of what make the product. And I can guarantee you, if you give me your hard work and dedication, I can make you successful in that.
You got my vote already. You know that, right? You got my vote just sitting here talking to you for this
I'm
hour.
not saying, but that's what we need, though.
Because I feel like you are the thread of the streets. And before you got here, I told Bob, I said, he's the bridge. You're the bridge. You're the bridge from the streets to politics. You bridge, you have that respect already. Never, you ain't no hustler, nothing like that. You care about the community. You come from the dirt. You know what it is. You get what I'm saying? And you care about people. So you are the person that street, use my mouth, street dudes respect. And you also, on the other hand, politicians respect some of them, not all of them, you know, agree with you. And then you have the grandmothers, the elders, and the grandfathers who respect you. So really it's just about now, you know, getting the people organized to go out and to vote, because a lot of times we think the only positions that is to vote for is the major election.
It's the major election.
And we missed the other ones. That's why here back a couple months ago, I was so happy the young man was able to get on the Atlanta school board, the school teacher. But you see what he did? He educated everybody on it because they didn't know you could go vote for that or that was so important. So that's why I'm telling you, I think you need to get into the churches. I think you need to get to the colleges. We ain't got that much time left. You get what I'm saying? And start to get this thing going. And it's empowering our community through fair and transparent taxation. Right?
Yes, because if you try to go down there now and appeal your taxes, you can't talk to nobody. Ain't nobody answering that phone.
Right.
No transparency there. You got to pay that bill. And if you don't want to pay that bill, you get too behind 2-3 years down the line, and they're taxing $40,000. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have the money.
Every person got $4,000 in their bank account to say, okay, you know what? So there's nobody to appeal to. Say there's no fair, you know what I'm saying, taxation on these property, and everybody property is not fairly assessed. Oh, it's not right. You know what I'm saying? Because Arthur Blanks don't pay his fair share. If he did, he'll be paying $22 million a year. He not paying his fair share. He understands the wealth game. So he say, you know what? I own the Falcons team. I don't own the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I own the Falcons and the Team United. The city and the state put up the bonds for a date on it. So he has a 30-year lease. I'm only paying the lease here.
Yeah.
I'm not the owner.
Yeah.
That's why you can have Beyonce come do the concerts there and all that, all the other stuff there. He just a leaser. So the wealthy people, and I don't mind it because if, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to take advantage of it too.
That's right, you're supposed to.
He get to say, hey, I'm leasing the building. I don't want to own it. There's too much tax for me to be trying to own it. Like Palm City Market has an evaluation of $338 million. It's supposed to be $1 billion. So they only paying like $7 million a year instead of paying 17. Because the current tax commissioner and his boys gave them a $700 million break. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But black folks who own stuff, oh no, you better pay. Hey, nah, man, you gotta pay. Hey man, you are properly assessed. So
now,
they say.
Now let me tell you, now we get you in there, you're gonna do the right thing, right?
Hey man, that's all
you
I know.
You ain't gonna be like one of them, act like a Negro who ain't never had nothing, are you?
Listen, hear what I tell people real though. 98 or maybe 99% of people I know come from the same struggling mud as me.
Yeah.
So I don't have no fake bougie friend or rich friend can, you know what I'm saying, make me turn against you. You know what I'm saying? That ain't who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm the same guy that used to be at the tree in Bowen Homes who knew the law where the red dogs couldn't come this search people without proper call. I was out there back then. Hey, no, you ain't doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, they probably had a pound. We used to say, hey, boy, you ain't coming over here doing that. I'm just saying, I always been that guy that always took up for my community, you know what I'm saying, and stayed there. It has never changed. I've been the same guy that's been doing this forever. It ain't never changed. Like, this ain't
nothing new to you.
No, anybody that know Mooley would say that. If you meet the one, you might be like, I don't know, because you know what I'm saying, you done met me over the years, you know what I'm saying, on some political stuff.
Yeah.
But anybody that know Mooley, you know what I'm saying, this is what my family been doing. You know what I'm saying, this is what I've been doing.
And that's what's in your blood.
It ain't in my blood to turn my eye on you and not help you. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, let's figure it out. But it ain't my blood to turn my back on you. You know what I'm saying?
We
but
need Tyler Perry to hear about you. Because he would make, how he feel about them older people losing their homes.
Yeah, he donated, but see, that's the thing, though. He donated $2 million to invest in Atlanta for that. But it didn't go in the right hands for the right causes. Like, he got to research. He got to slow down, too, and say, hey, man, what's going on? Because he really gave the money. He gave the money. It's political. He gave the money, but he also gave the money because he want a tax break, too, over there. You know what I'm saying?
He need one. He need one. Let's give him one.
No.
Yeah.
I don't knock it because he employing blacks.
Yeah.
He need one. But if you're going to play the politic game, you got to know it, though. You giving $2 million just to be giving it, and you ain't following up to make sure it ain't going to Miss Johnson and Miss all them. You got to make sure it's going to they taxes that they behind. And you got to, he powerful enough to say, hey, man, I don't mind getting this money every year, but why is it getting to this point? What is the breakdown? Why do I even have to give this? What is the breakdown? We need to figure out what's the breakdown of this.
Yeah.
He got to get involved to that level, though.
We got to get him to know about Dr. Duvwon, a.k.a. Moody.
Absolutely.
So, listen, back in February, you were in the news for a Miss Ja Farrell. Tell me about that problem and why she wanted to go get the restraining order on you and why she feel like you're slandering her name. And tell us about that.
So Miss Ja Farrell is the deputy general manager. She's third in charge at the airport. Her and the general manager slandered 2 black girls, got them fired. Ja Farrell had a cousin that passed away last December, and he had a repass. Ja Farrell paid for the repass with federal airport dollars.
How did you find that out?
The young lady who she fired, she asked her to sign off on the PO. She said, "Oh no, I ain't doing that. That's gonna get me in trouble."
Right.
Jai don't want to sign off on nothing, but she's over that process though.
But she'll use somebody else. So if the fall come down, it come on them and not on her.
But what they didn't. Thing is, I done seen that when I was 9, 10 years old. I know all the slick stuff. I see it.
Yeah.
So when they got rid of the girl had then moved on, got a job at CVS, making $206,000. Ja Farrell done found out, went to the news and slandered 2 black girls. Oh yeah, we had to get rid of 2 bad apples at that, but they were doing XYZ. The city put out a demand letter on these girls, asking them to pay back $1,300. The girl said, "I'm not paying nothing back. That was her cousin. I got a text message email to prove it."
Yeah.
But they didn't want to come down. They were scared. And they reached out to me. "Hey, man, 2 black girls have been, you know what I'm saying, wrongfully accused, this, that, and the third." I started speaking out on that. All I was asking at the time, can y'all retract that? Let's hire these 2 black girls. So it's funny that a black girl going in the news talking about a black man doing this too when I'm taking up for 2 black women, though.
Yeah.
So I'm going after you, not you personally, but you being a deputy general manager for 2 black girls that y'all dragged in the news, though. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, but she can't handle it, though, right? And so she's a girl from the east side of Decatur, don't understand the nature of Atlanta.
Right.
And so like I told them yesterday, I'm not giving a threat, but let's not act like I don't have cousins, a mother, a sister, and friends that will step to her in the streets.
Yeah.
I ain't got to say step to her in the street.
Yeah.
But you saying that I stalked you.
Yeah.
And that you fear for your safety. Come on, man, that's a family, man. Like I literally take my sister to the hospital down there every day for her chemo, man. Like I got people that's depending on me. You playing with my freedom. You know what I'm saying? Out of respect for me running for office, this, that, and the third, I don't get in the gutter and say, okay, here's what we're gonna do, because I have a right to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to do that because I'm not trying to bring harm to you, because I ain't speaking on you as a black woman.
I'm speaking on
you as a deputy general manager.
Right.
So yesterday the news came down there and said, well, she acted on her own because we don't support anybody trying to stifle freedom of speech. He has a right to come down here and speak against any public figure. You're a public figure. So she thought when she put that in there that they was going to be like, oh, girl, don't nobody care about you working at the airport. That's a favor. You ain't get out there because you earned it and you deserved it.
Yeah.
Like, you got out there through favoritism, and it happens. Because guess what? If I'm in charge and somebody I know want a job and I feel you are working to do it, yeah, that's don't make me look bad. Don't make me have to fire you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works. Like, you know what I'm saying? One mayor said one day, who else I'm going to give contracts to? My enemies? Right. Of course my friend's going to benefit if the I's dotted and T's crossed. Everybody do it. I don't understand why we have a problem when black folk do it. White folk been doing it for centuries. They've been helping each other for centuries. The only problem is white folks will get mad and argue and fall out once they done split the money. We get mad before we get there. So how much you say I'm going to get again? Nah, bro, I want this, bro. Nah, that's what we agreed on. And the move never made.
Yeah.
But white folks will say, I don't talk to Bob no more. I don't talk to his wife, but they done split their $1 million though. But why Bob get $1 million, man? He ain't even getting out the car. Man, he just sitting in there. Why he get $1 million? We the one going there doing it.
Yeah.
We fall out before we get the money. Let's get the money, then
argue. We can fall out.
Man,
we can fall out.
Hey,
yeah. Tell me about, and then after this, just one more question. Tell me, how did you find out that Steve Myers had told the woman to lie on her application to get the job? How did you find that out?
See, once again, these guys not used to dealing with women.
Yeah.
He's such a buster. He ain't a buster for wanting to sleep with the girl.
Yeah.
You're a buster for how you did it. You told the girl how to lie, and then when it ricocheted, you curved the girl. You start trying to play her to the left. That ain't how you do it. You find her another. See, here's what they should have did is swapped her out and say, hey, bro, you work over in this department. I'm going to send my girl to you and you send me somebody.
Yeah. That's
how you do it. Because why you even want to hire a girl you sleeping with anyway who working that close to you if you the type of brother that want to flirt with other girls? Why would you do that?
Yeah. Get
her as far away from you. She going to respect the fact that you got her a $100,000 job when know what I'm saying, when all she can get out here is probably a $30,000 or $40,000 job. Boy, you forever her hero. If you help her get a $100,000 job, he started curving her, and she turned her back on him, and she contacted me because she knew that I would never reveal who she is. But that's God.
That politics is a dirty
Listen,
game.
it's that God's timing. Somebody that sent me a picture saying, hey, this how he look. The had a nerve to walk in the meeting right before I spoke. I looked back and I said, oh, ain't God good?
Yeah, I heard you.
Oh, this nigga sitting right here. I said, and Steve Myers.
He's like, yeah, while we're here, you know, this is what you said. You was like, and look at God.
Oh, look at
Steve Myers right
Listen,
here.
I was finna speak on a man and never not know how he looked. The walked in. I said, oh, God done delivered in the belly of the beast. I swear to God. I said, oh, God. I couldn't control my composure. I swear to God. And then he got out. He snuck out. But Antonio Lewis, I thank God for the brother. He said, hey, man, can HR Commissioner come verify this? She came up there. I love the sister. She from Miami, a real sister.
Yeah.
She said, yeah, we got wind of this. Know what I'm saying? We are familiar with it. Yeah, this is what he done did. But that's what I'm saying, though. These guys are not used to dealing with women. You got to know how to deal with women. You know what I'm saying? This is why women deal with men a certain way and women deal with a man a certain way.
And what is your thought process about a woman with a man? You said it when we was off camera. I wanted you to say it for
listen,
them.
Men got to understand this. First of all, you got to understand this. When you come to the maturity of dealing with women, you got to understand that women are naturally smarter than us.
Yeah.
Nothing in life is all or none. Every woman ain't going to be smarter than every man. Let's be intelligent. We know that. But women are naturally smarter than us. Women go in a room and hear stuff and see stuff the man won't hear and see. We can all go in a room and be like, yeah, but the woman be like, nah, man, that ain't what I heard. This is what they saying. You get more deals closed because the woman go say, oh, Shay, I like your earrings. I like your hair, your nails, your dress, your shoes. A woman go get you to meet with her husband before another man, or you can. And I always tell my friends, you know what I'm saying, that are a little bit mature or my age, hey, bro, get you a woman that make you not want to cheat. Get you a woman you happy with, because ain't but two things in the world that's going to change a man. Your relationship with God and a woman.
Say it again. Two things that change what? What is it?
Is your relationship with God and a woman.
Yeah.
Because if that woman say, hey, don't call me past 9 o'clock, if you really want her, you got to call her before 9. But the moment you let me call you at 10, 11, 12, I'm going to call your ass at 10, 11, 12, or 1.
Yeah.
You put your foot down and say, I'm not answering this phone. If I really want you, I got to call you before 9 o'clock. So the woman dictate how the man treat her. If you allow him to date you and, well, women got to be realistic too now, because it's not sustainable for a man to open the door every day. I'm a gentleman, I love doing it, but there's going to be some time I'm going to be on the phone when I pick you up. I can't do it. Don't make that an issue, though. You know what I'm saying? Don't make that an issue. As long as when we leave the place, I do it.
Yeah.
But if I come pick you up and I'm doing this, that, and the third, and let's go, don't make that an issue. Like, stop making stuff. Pick your battles and fight. Because a real man, before I go, a real man, and I'm not going to say this, I don't like saying a real man, but a real man understands that, and this is what women need to understand. A real man understands that if he can afford it, he will never ask a woman to go have if he can afford it. Never.
Yeah.
But a woman got to understand, we skip steps when we date people. We have sex so fast, we miss stuff. We need to talk about that 4th or 5th date. Hey, man, what your credit score is, what mine is, what you make, what mine is. Because women like nice things.
Yeah.
It's who God created. You need to know if he made $40,000 or $50,000, is he ever willing to get a second job? Or if he got good credit, do we understand how to make them points so we can fly and go places? Because I want to be able to go somewhere, baby.
Yeah.
If you can't afford it, how else we can get, I love you, but how else can we get it? And if he can't afford the lifestyle you want, even the lifestyle that he wants, baby, you might need to find another girl. I don't understand, but this, it ain't going to work. It ain't going to never work. A woman need to know what she getting into, and he needs to know. The problem is, women lie to themselves first. The man don't never lie to y'all. Y'all lie to each other first. You know that his actions ain't lining up.
So we lie to ourselves first.
Yes, you lie to yourself first because you know his actions not lining up. Now, it may take you a minute to see if he finessing you or not, but even then you still know, because women know that he lying about something or he lying, it ain't adding up, but you still prolong it. First time a man hit a woman, she think he'll never hit me again. Or if he did it, baby, he gonna do it.
Yeah.
Or if he curse you out and disrespect you verbally, that's who he is.
Yeah.
But it's in a woman's nature to think she can change us. Something you can't change. If that's enemy, can't change. Like a woman, you can't change certain ways about her. And we see it with the grown, successful women on reality show, constant disrespecting themselves and making themselves look foolish. Them women are in their late 40s and 50s. Ain't gonna never change them ways.
At all.
At all. But a man gotta be okay with that. Are you willing to accept Portia acting so ghetto, acting a fool on there? Are you willing to accept that? If you are, then she's for you. If she's not, then hey man, move on. Everybody's for somebody. That woman might not want that man to make $50,000, but another woman will. She might say, hey, your 50 and my 60, hey, we got 110, let's go, baby.
Yeah.
But another woman might be like, hey, man, after taxes, that ain't gonna work for me because you can't afford enough for yourself, let alone me.
Right.
And it's not fair to no man to live check to check and pay all the bills because he's a man. That ain't fair.
Yeah.
We need to be in this together, but it need to make sense for us to be in this together.
Together. Yeah. Now, before you go, this is Break Free Podcast, so you have to tell me something that you're in bondage to and you need to break free from.
Man, y'all gonna judge. I might lose my votes then. I might lose my votes then. Golly.
We ain't trying to make you lose your vote.
Well, this Break Free Podcast?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna do what some of the YSL members did. I'm gonna take the Fifth Amendment. I'm gonna take the Fifth Amendment. I know y'all probably can't.
Bob, we ain't never had that one.
I'm gonna take the Fifth Amendment.
I can't do nothing but accept it. Y'all, make sure you go follow Dr. Duvwon. Tell them your Instagram.
Duvwon Robinson, DUVWON ROBINSON.
And make sure y'all go out. Make sure you go vote. He's running for tax commissioner. We need somebody like this. He young, got the fresh spirit. Y'all see he got a little swag too. He gonna be, them women gonna be at him, and he probably gonna be a little sweet on them too. But we can take one hang up. No, and then early registration. Tell me again, it's when?
It's early. Early voting registration. On early April.
Early April. Okay, and then
early voting gonna be mid-May. They haven't put the dates out for early voting, but it's always gonna be a month before the general election. So it's gonna be probably about like May 12th, May 13th.
Okay, so y'all, I want y'all in Atlanta from Palmetto all the way up. You are able to vote in this election, and make sure, let's try to get let's get Dr. Duvwon in office. I am free, and remember, it's always delusion until they see it happen. Yes. And this episode was brought to you by the Heirs Agency, a full-service marketing firm noted in entertainment and culture.